my first ukulele was a Australian-made Maton, circa 69-70. That's when it was made, and I purchased it in 1973 in a music store in Melbourne called Davis Music House, and I was 19. I started guitar when I was 12, and I walked into Davis Music House looking for a ukulele, and they had one. I remember it was up on the wall behind the counter, and I asked for them to bring it down, and I picked up and played it, and it was $20. Came in a cardboard box, and at that stage I knew nothing, absolutely nothing about makers or whatever, and I think perhaps I was lucky, because I mean there weren't that many made in those days, and the only other ones that I knew that existed were some friends of mine had like a Hawaiian ukuleles and things like that. And so because I'd played guitar previously, then I knew a little bit about, you know, forming chords and whatever, and I had a reasonable right hand technique. I knew how to strum, and I think I would have started finger picking by then as well. But it wasn't until I met a friend of my father's his name was Bernie Mulcahy, and he was in his 70s. This is around 70 or 73, I guess. And I saw him playing at a drinks occasion at my parents' house. Actually, what happened was my father mentioned to me that this man, Bernie, played ukulele, and he knew I'd bought one, and he said, "Why don't you show him your ukulele?" And which is what I did. I went and got it and handed it to him, and he started playing. When I saw him play, he played in such a way that I recognised as a ukulele technique. He would strum, but he would also pick. I can remember him picking out like a little Beethoven tune or something, and I just thought, oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that, because as far as I knew, ukulele was like an old-fashioned instrument for playing old-fashioned kinds of songs. So what transpired was we arranged for me to go to his house, which I did one afternoon, and sitting in his living room, and he showed me 3 particular right-hand techniques, strumming patterns. One was a syncopated strum, which I can show you, and he used this chord pattern. So that was the first one, and the second one, the one that I use mainly now, he called a continuous strum, which some people call a triplet strum, and I've since seen other players use the triplet strum by using the 2 fingers. The one he showed me used all the fingers and the thumb, the fingers in a fanning motion on the downstroke, and the thumb on the upstroke. I ended up using it in I think the first song I wrote on ukulele, a song called On Our Honeymoon, and I can remember using it. I've actually recorded that since, and in slow motion it's a bit like that, and then up to speed it sounds like this. The last one was quite a strange one, and one that I haven't seen since anybody using, and it's strange in the sense that when he told me what it was, I couldn't quite comprehend what he meant. He used two fingers, the first finger and the little finger, and he said the first finger plays at one tempo and the little finger plays at another tempo, and he demonstrated on this little tune that he said was a Hawaiian tune, from where or whatever what the name was he didn't tell me, and maybe he didn't know, because he'd been playing ukuleles, you know, since the 20s. He had quite a connection with the golden era, so to speak. Anyway, so it sounded like this.